Greetings, guys, girls, and non-binary pals, and welcome back to another episode of the SavvyCat Podcast. I'm Savvy.
I'm Cat.
And so that's why we have the creative name, the SavvyCat Podcast.
Yes, we're geniuses.
Which, I mean, I know we've
What
told
was
this...
that?
What was that?
What was that thing you said yesterday? Today. It was today. It was like, straight people aren't funny, gay people aren't funny. I'm the only one who's funny.
Yes. 100%. Very true. Kat and I very much have this approach on life. No one else understands us, but that's just because obviously they're the ones who are wrong. Two of us are right, and then the other 8 billion people in the world are wrong.
Yes. Yeah. It's the only right answer.
You guys get us. So, There we go. We're all in the same boat of having top tier humor. Top tier.
Yes. Top tier.
This one little piece of my fringe. This one... Stop. God, it's annoying. Oh my god. My hair is starting to get a bit greasy.
It's so funny. It's so funny when you wake up in the morning, your hair just goes...
I know. That's why I keep it in braids usually, but last night I slept with my hair out. And if I sleep with my hair out, I wake up and I have an actual lion's mane. It is really funny. And I pin my fringe back when I sleep too because my forehead gets greasy. And so I undo my fringe and it's
just straight out.
Well, in my morning chats with Sav this morning, I have that where I unpin my fringe and then I just have... If you don't know what morning chats with Sav are, by the way, I do an exclusive series on our Patreon 2 or 3 times a week where I sit down and I just talk for 10 minutes and then post it. So if you want to sit down and have morning chats with me, usually in the afternoon, the link to our Patreon is in the bio. Description. God, I do it every time. So
just starting off with a casual plug.
Just a casual plug. Bonus content. We also do bonus podcast content. So what more could you ask for? Anyway, we'll talk more about that later.
Yeah. That's not what you all are here for.
No. Although I gotta say, it's quality content.
Today we're talking about a ever-present important issue.
Oh my god, right, sorry. It's so funny because we start off just chatting shit and then it's like serious.
Yeah.
We talk about this a lot. Like, we are children. We have... It's just quite funny. We're always here talking about really serious stuff, but then it's
when
bizarre.
we're not.
It's very odd. We have 2 moods. It's either just, like...
Yes.
Absolute immaturity or serious. And I guess sometimes our podcasts start and then it's just quite funny. Anyway. Sorry.
Imagine like falling into the trap of like, oh, 2 funny girls talking about funny things.
No one thinks we're funny. No one thinks we're funny. We're the only ones who think we're funny. Oh my god, we are the only ones who think we're funny. Everyone else just looks at us like, the fuck is going on? Exactly the way it should be. Oh my god.
Yes.
Anyway, as Kat was saying, today we are talking about diet culture. Now, this is something that is quite close to home. I think it is for a lot of people, particularly women and like female identifying people. And even I'm gonna say like non-binary people as well. I'm sure experience this a lot.
Yeah.
Diet culture is such a big thing and it impacts so many people in so many different ways and to such different extents. It's like, I mean, and it's shown through the fact that like cases of eating disorders have like just been going up. And it's so sad. It's so sad.
It's gotten to the point where like, I guess you could kind of say like we've reached the point in humanity and in society where we've lost the need to survive, so we're controlling how we should live. If that makes sense.
Well, yeah, because in a lot of societies still, it's this thing of like, it's better to be fatter because that shows that you have enough money to eat.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how it's been for centuries.
And I thought about this, recently, where I was kind of like, this thing of, it's like, it stopped being, it's now this thing of like, you have, it's still sort of a money thing, isn't it?
Definitely. 100%. 1,000%.
And it's like status almost, and it's so gross and so unnecessary.
Yes.
The amount of body shaming that goes on, like, it's all for capitalism. They just want to sell us shit. They're
the fact that we've reached a point where we can purchase body enhancers, like reshaping our body.
And like appetite suppressing things and shit like that. It's like,
exactly, yeah.
It's this terrible thing where it's
that's another thing, like fucking pills, the diet pills, like laxatives.
Well, that's a form of bulimia.
Yeah.
Like if you eat and then you take laxatives of any form, that is a form of bulimia. That is an eating disorder.
Yeah.
And I think people don't take that seriously enough, especially they're like when celebrities and things promote that. That's promoting bulimia.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
They're like, and I'm like, you're literally promoting an eating disorder. It's not a diet pill.
Yeah.
It's straight up an eating disorder. And they're normalizing it and saying that that's what you should strive for. And I think
it's
Jamil made... Oh, I fucking love her so much. She made a good post about it recently, though, with this thing of, like, everyone's bullying Kim Kardashian for posting about it. But the thing is that she's been brought up in this society as well, where, like, she doesn't realize that it's wrong.
Oh, 100%.
She was told that this is normal, and she was sold the same thing, and she's just maintaining the cycle, and she doesn't even realize.
Definitely. I think, yeah.
I think
with Kim Kardashian, it's like, I definitely do think, especially with her background, like, a lot of her career has been based on how she looks and how her family looks and how...
Her whole life, too, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah. I get a bit iffy because now she has children.
And she photoshops them.
Yeah.
She literally photoshopped her, like, toddler's tummy.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, we are so, like, obsessed with how bodies look and how images look and all these things and dieting and what's the correct weight and how we should eat and stuff, that, like, we've gotten to the point where you could post a photo of an infant. You shouldn't. But you can post a photo of an infant child and then you can say that it's a fat baby. Like, a negative fat baby.
The fact that people do that.
Fucking baby.
It's so stupid.
It's a fucking baby.
Like, shut up. And, like, the fact that, like, fat's become, like, a negative, it's, like, used with such negative connotations when it shouldn't be.
I know.
And, I mean, I'm a victim to that.
I know. Oh, definitely. Me too.
I think so many people are.
Me too.
It's just got such negative connotations, but why? Why is being fat bad? And this is an internal struggle that I have, because as someone who's struggled with eating disorders for fucking years, it's like this terrible thing of, it's like you get into this thing, it's like, well, you know, I don't want to do this because... And you look at being fat as bad, and then you have to be like, well, I see other people who are fat, and I don't think they look bad. I don't think there's anything bad about that. They're beautiful. Their body is great. But then you inflict this thing on yourself. It's like, but I'm not allowed to be. And you have to challenge that. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why do I perceive that as being such a bad thing? Why am I not allowed to look a certain way? Why am I restricting myself and holding myself back? And why do these standards not apply to myself? Because by telling yourself...
Yeah, it's a lot, like...
Sorry.
Yeah, it's a lot to do with, like... You would, in your video, the princess, what I learnt in high school, right?
Yeah.
It's, yeah. You put it really well. It's just like, your life doesn't impact other people. Your health and your body is your own.
Yeah. And people try to make it their business. They're like, I care about you. I'm like, no, you fucking don't. I didn't ask you to care about me.
And exactly.
I don't want your opinion. Take it somewhere else.
It's that whole, like, selfish thing. It's like, they want you to look a certain way. You need to eat.
Exactly. I actually had that in the video, and then I cut it out.
Yeah.
I said that exact thing. I'm like, society wants you to look a certain way, but you need to eat. I don't know. I took it out because I worded it kind of badly, but I'm glad you agree with me there. It's not selfish of you.
Definitely.
It's like, it's this thing of, it's like, again, Body Posy Panda posted something about it. Like, the thing that I always say, like, the way you look doesn't define you and you don't own the world. Beautiful. That's shit that she's, like, tweeted before. And I just think that that's so true. Like, as women, we're taught that we owe the world a certain aesthetic, which is so false. And I mean, men do get that too. But the difference is that men have much more representation in the media for different body types than women do. You watch movies and things, and you have men of so many different body types that are featured. Not necessarily the main character, but they exist.
But they're featured
in the movie. Yeah. Whereas women, and
they're not a joke.
And they're not a joke. Whereas
a lot of the time, they're not a joke.
Most women in movies that feature are all... They're usually like a very certain aesthetic and a certain age. And
I was actually my friend, I have this friend, she's recently she's a dancer. She's going into musical theatre, and she was recently asked to do a music video for this German, I don't know, it was iffy at the start, but like, she always has a lot of problems with like how she presents herself, because a lot of that industry is a lot to do with how you look and how you eat and how you exercise and all that kind of stuff. Like, a lot of her job has to do with that. And yeah, she was talking about it, and do you know what they asked? She goes on set and they ask her to wear a push-up bra. She's like 30-year-old men asking an actress to wear a push-up bra.
Just like, why? The unrealistic expectations and portrayal of just boobs pisses me off so much. Everyone's like, people just expect boobs to be like fake boobs, but they don't want fake boobs. Fake boobs, bad. No boob jobs, bad. But they have to look like you've had a boob job, but not be boob job boobs.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Stupid.
It's like the whole like hourglass figure thing. It's like, that's so... People's bodies, not everybody's body works like that. And to try and force like a type of body onto every single woman is just because you find it attractive. Because you find
you are
attractive.
allowed.
That's why you want to control.
It's this thing of, it's like they expect everyone, they want everyone to be attractive to them. I'm like, you're allowed preferences.
Exactly.
But you can't expect...
Exactly.
If you don't like a certain body type, fine. But you don't have to tell them. You're like, I don't find you attractive.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make you feel shit about it, because how dare you not be attractive to me? Like, fuck off. It's got nothing to do with you. You don't have to be attracted to every single woman. What kind of... shocks to you, other people don't find the body type you find attractive. So
yeah, exactly.
Just shut up. You don't need to tell someone that you aren't attracted. You don't have to be like, oh, I don't like your body type, I don't like your hair, shut up. It doesn't have anything to do with you.
Yeah,
we don't owe it to you to look a way that pleases you. I'm sorry, but I don't exist to aesthetically please anyone. And the fact that it often gets boiled down to that, and they sort of, like, girls will just post a video on TikTok, and you'll get men commenting saying, like, fat shaming and shit. It's like, she's saying or doing something here that's important, or it makes her happy, or whatever the fuck, and you're out here and just taking away her entire personality and being like, you're a body and I don't like the way that it looks. Change it for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why? Just... And it's like, it comes down to this thing of, like, they want to sell us a certain look so they can sell us certain clothes and certain dieting pills and all that sort of shit. And these people don't gain anything from that. This person they've just seen on TikTok, they're never going to see them ever again. They're not making money off of it. They get shit out of that. They just want to make someone else miserable for no reason.
It's a power play.
It's fucking... Oh, it makes me so mad. And then TikTok comes out and fucking shadow bans them.
I know.
Oh my god, I hate TikTok so much.
It's just like, how did we get to this point where we feel almost obligated to tell other people what to eat and what to do? Like, they have always had the same resources as us, or they've always had the same life as us, or they have the same body or the same health or anything like us. It's like, that's not how it works.
And like again, like with the veganism stuff we're talking about, like availability of resources and money and shit impacts it hugely.
Hugely.
Like the fact that it is that thing of, like, you know, it's much cheaper to buy like a family meal at McDonald's than it is to buy a lot of other stuff, and like accessibility and things like that. Like, that's accessible. Not everyone has access to like a kitchen all the time. Not everyone has access to like fresh produce and groceries all the time. It's a privilege to have all of those things.
Like, some people eat from food banks and they don't get that choice. And to tell them that they could have been doing this easier if they just managed their life right. You don't know.
And then it's like this idea of like, if you are like fat or not even fat. A lot of these people that people call fat aren't even fat. They're just like an average sized human. But there's like this connotation of they're not healthy. They don't do any exercise. I'm like, no, not necessarily. You can have like more muscles. And like a lot of people who are like fatter are like very strong and quite healthy and fit. Yeah. You can be both. Yeah. I think the strongest I've been, like the fittest I've ever been, was also when I was the fattest I've ever been. I was a competitive swimmer. I did cheerleading. I was a competitive trampolinist. I had such a strong core and such strong upper body strength. But then I was like bullied for my weight and shit. But because it's all about an aesthetic and not about actually being healthy.
And like, it's so ridiculous that you were bullied for that because you were a child.
I was also a child. Yeah, I was also a child. Oh.
It bothers me so much that you were a child, and then that children are so ingrained, not only like the bullied children, but like the bulliers, you know, the bullies. They obviously, it's on their mind that how a person looks is important or something you can pick out of.
In a way that you can feel powerful about, and like, you know,
exactly
that's going to give you the upper ground to be like, I look better than you.
Exactly.
So,
which it shouldn't even be like that, because you're children. Not even for adults, but especially children.
Well, we see it in like TV shows and things, right? Like I was telling you about, like that episode of The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. They had that whole episode about like dieting and losing weight.
Yeah.
Like an entire episode of a kids show.
It's like I used to collect like teen magazines and stuff.
Like Girlfriend and shit, right?
Mostly, yeah. Like, I used to collect them. My friend used to give them to me because I like the puzzles at the back.
Brilliant.
And the quizzes.
The quizzes were the best. Superior. I like the advice columns in those. The advice columns were so good.
Yeah. But, like, half of that stuff was just, like, this girl bought all these clothings, and this girl ate certain foods for a day, and
they have like the best swimwear for your body type, the best clothes for your body type. Yes. Oh, I remember that. I remember reading those. I remember that's when I found out about these specific like different types of like togs, swimsuits. Like they were like, well, this one is like a tummy covering one, and this one is like this is a magazine aimed at preteens. Yeah, it's like I learned on very early that you're not supposed to wear horizontal stripes. Yeah.
And like, I was a child. Why should anyone care if you look slightly wider?
Even if you aren't a child, why does anyone care?
Yeah,
like it just doesn't. Why does that matter so much to people? Like, do what fucking makes you happy, man. Like, it doesn't...
Yeah.
If eating food makes you happy, then eat food.
Yeah. If it... Just the fact that, like, we can be children. They can be children. They can be infants. They can be babies.
There are 8-year-olds with bulimia.
Aesthetically pleasing.
There are 8-year-olds who have bulimia.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah.
When I have a family member who talks about her weight a lot. She's struggled a lot with eating disorders over the years, and it's like gets really bad, and she'll lose a lot of weight, or in the other way, and she'll gain a lot of weight. She just has a lot of body confidence issues. But she had a son really young, and when he was like 4 years old, he started talking about like how he weighed too much and he was too heavy, and how he needed to lose weight when he was 4, just because of what your parents say when they're around you. And I feel like it's so you just need to watch what you're saying. And like I sent you that TikTok, right, of this girl who was like, I've never had any body image issues because my mother never talked about weight in front of me. You just never talk about it. You never comment on anyone's appearance, and you never talk about weight in front of your child, and they will grow up with a healthy relationship with food and without body image issues. Yeah, that's what my therapist was doing because she had a baby when she was my therapist. She's like, yeah, we're not gonna say like, oh, you look so pretty today. I really like your pants. You rock those trousers. That's a cute t-shirt.
Yeah, hell
Don't
yeah.
Don't comment on things that you can't change. It's raising a child. I'd love to live in a world where we raise our children to love themselves and who they are, not what they look like.
Yeah, it's like the 5-minute rule. It's like if that person can't change it within 5 minutes,
shut up.
Maybe you shouldn't just fucking say it.
Yeah, exactly. So like
if they have something stuck in their teeth or their hair is out of place or something like that, yeah, maybe you should tell them. That might be nice.
Yeah.
Or like...
But then if it's like...
Not...
I don't like your haircut or your weight or you've got acne or anything like that or your makeup, just shut up.
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't...
The acne one. It's like, it's skin. And most of the time acne doesn't even like affect like if you have clean skin or not.
It's so stupid. And it has no impact on the other person's life.
None. Absolutely none.
God. But yeah, and I mean, it's like, it's so ingrained in us that the way we look is more important than anything else. And it becomes like the top priority. And that's sort of what like, where it comes down to like eating disorders and things. And a lot of people don't have eating disorders, but they have disordered eating. Where it's like eating and what you eat consumes much more of your mind than it should. When it shouldn't matter. Eating is something that you have to do. and you shouldn't overthink it. If you want to eat something,
literally
then
have to
eat
do
it. There is no such thing. The first thing I learned in therapy is there is no such thing as good or bad food. There is high energy food and low energy food. Neither are good, neither are bad, neither is healthy or unhealthy. It's all about balance and the amount at which you consume things. Like, this one has a lot of sugar in it. Okay, great. Just don't eat too much of it, because if you eat, like, you're going to feel sick. Not because it's going to make you gain weight, but because it's going to make you feel sick. Right? It's like...
Yeah, exactly.
You also shouldn't eat, like people say, let's say, like, celery. You also shouldn't eat, like, a fucking ton of celery in one go, because that's not great either. Just don't overeat anything, but don't cut anything out of your diet. Unless it's, like, for moral or allergen reasons.
Yeah.
Just...
It's, like... I feel like having a diet, like, there are two types of diets. Usually, like, the big category is just what you eat. It's what goes into your body. But, like, the fact that they named it, like, diet, but, like, you can have a diet, well, like a vegan diet, or allergy diet. That's something that you do for either moral reasons or health reasons. Health is in, if you eat a peanut, you will die. So maybe not eat peanuts. That's valid. But then there's diets where it comes down to, oh, I want to be like this. I want to change something about me.
And you just have to question, it becomes this moral dilemma a little bit, because, like, it comes down to this question of, like, you're allowed to want to change the way you look, but who are you changing it for? And if we didn't have societal pressure, would you still want to change the way that you look?
Yes.
It's this really...
That's the hardest thing is,
big, confusing thing, because I'm all for doing what you want. Like, if you want to get plastic surgery or whatever, I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah.
You go do you. But the question is, you know, you're doing it for you because it makes you feel better, but would you feel bad in the first place if society didn't tell you to feel bad? Like, are you getting lip fillers because society tells you that you need to have bigger lips, or because you want bigger lips?
Yeah.
I feel like it's this really hard and confusing moral dilemma. And I mean, it's fine if you are... Like, I follow a lot of... Before lockdown, I went to the gym a lot. So I follow a lot of, like, gym people. And I feel like it's interesting because people who follow them obviously want to, like, have a certain aesthetic and they want to look like them. And it's this confusing thing of, like, these fitness influencers. A lot of them are kind of very anti-diet, and they're like, here I am eating this, like, massive cake. I always look after myself. I make sure that I have balance and things. But it's this moral dilemma of, like... You're still promoting the way that you look as, like, what people should strive for.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's just, like, I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's not exactly like, but it's kind of like the gender thing. It's like, if we completely removed the concept of how we should look or how we should behave, would it matter to our survival?
Yeah. Well, see, in that thing, that's the interesting thing, because I think dysphoria, would gender dysphoria still exist? Because, like, a cis male brain is more similar to a trans male brain is more similar to a cis male brain than to a cis female. So it's like, would that dysphoria of, like, wanting to physically alter your body, would that still be there if we didn't have the concept of gender? I feel like that probably would still be there.
It probably would, because that's down to, like, science and against survival.
Yeah.
So, like you said, a trans male brain is more similar to a cis male brain, which means their brain would have a hard time surviving in a cis female body.
Yeah. And it's super interesting.
Whereas, yeah.
Because when it comes to diet culture, it's like, it's not body dysphoria, it's like body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
Which
exactly
is where your brain... It's very interesting because it's like, yeah, if we removed the concept of you have to look a certain way and act a certain way in order to be accepted by society, would we still struggle with that? Because, you know, the, like, society standard of how we should look is different now than it was 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And have the way you want to look...
And, like,
I guess we haven't been alive that long, so
and
I
like
can't say.
it's that well, I mean, there's scientific proof that we are, as humanity, we are more attractive than that we ever have been. Like attractive, like aesthetically proportionate, kind of. So like there was this Tumblr post that was going around a while ago that was like, every female on this planet is probably more attractive than Cleopatra.
Yeah, I remember that. Because of how genetics and things have evolved.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it shouldn't... And I get the whole kind of argument with like, being attractive is important because then people like you and you fit more into the social circles and blah, blah, blah. But like, if we didn't base social circles on attractiveness...
Bro, like, just
focused on like sexual relationships.
Marilyn Monroe. And Hedy Lamarr.
I love her.
So these two
so
women
much.
have done such incredible things, and yet, like, Marilyn Monroe she did such incredible things, and she's known for being sexy. Hedy Lamarr did such incredible things, and she's known for being a beautiful actress. And what? That's like imagine if like
upsets me so
imagine
much.
If like what fucking Benjamin Franklin. Let's go Benjamin Franklin. He was just some hot guy.
Yeah.
Benjamin Franklin? Oh, that hot guy. Yeah, alright. Okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. The hot guy on the $100 bill in America? Yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
He did what? No, he was just really attractive.
Yeah.
We don't live in a world where we do that to men, do we? No.
No.
No, we don't.
No. And it's like fucking Cleopatra. It's like, we know her as someone beautiful and who seduced the Roman emperor. It's like, she was cool. She was really cool.
Oh, these people. And even like now, it's still like this person's wife. Shut up.
Yeah.
They're their own person. And
like the whole like someone's out of their league.
And when you fucking get two women and you're like, who dressed better? Who wore it better? It's like, shut up.
There was this one where it was like, who wore it better, and it was literally the same outfit, but like two different weights.
And there's oh my god, there's this one with this like news lady, this news anchor or whatever. She wore the same dress like twice in a month, and everyone was like, she wore the same dress twice. And then so one of the men on the show wore the same exact outfit every day for a month. No one commented on it, but he did it as like a social experiment. He's like,
yeah,
you told this lady here that she can't wear the same dress twice in a month, but I'm allowed to wear the same thing every single day.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's the same in TV shows and things. Women always have different outfits in every single episode. But men will often wear the same thing twice.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's kind of like, especially when it comes to down, like if you look at like royal culture and royal histories and stuff like that, female fashion has always been kind of, you have to have not even going that far back, but like you have to have like a dress for breakfast and a dress for lunch and a dress for dinner and a dress for this party and a dress for that party. And
it's all about
there's this
money
really cool
and power.
Show. Yeah. There's this really cool show called Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. You should watch it. It's fantastic. It's about a female comedian. And the very first, she's like a Jewish American female comedian, and it's like set in the time where females were not allowed to perform at all. And like the very first shot is her going to bed in her makeup, waiting until her husband went to sleep, then having to get up, wash her face, go back to bed, make sure he was still sleeping, wake up 5 minutes before he did, get up, put all her makeup on, go back to bed and pretend she was sleeping the whole time. Because she was trained to not let her husband see her without makeup on. And that was like their reality.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I can't even...
And it's like based on a true story.
I
like that's how women used to live their lives.
I can't even imagine that. The fact there are still people out there like that too.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Then there's the fucking people like, I like a natural woman, but not with any body hair. I want a natural woman with eyelash extensions and no body hair.
Yeah. Any man that says, I like a natural woman, I guarantee you they think foundation counts as natural makeup.
Any man who says, I like a natural woman is going in the hole.
Literally.
Not all men, but definitely you. Get in the hole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stupid.
Definitely you.
It's just so gross. And there's no point. There is no point. Like, policing bodies is just the most stupid. It's just people just trying to live their lives. They're literally not even doing anything at all. And then they're like, I care about their health. Well, no, you fucking don't. You fat shame a size 14 women. Which is like average, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't tell you the amount of times, because I worked at a jeans shop, right? Oh my god. Fuck. Well, it's exhausting. You have to have a lot of compassion to work at a jeans shop. Because the amount of young girls that come in and will cry is so sad. And like, the amount of people who come in who be like a size 16 or size 18, we carried a few, very, very few size 16s or 18s. And they'd come in and I would have to like, you know, turn them away and say, we don't carry your size. And like, it pisses me off so much. I'd always get into these, like, I'd always get really angry and have these long conversations with them. I'm like, it's fucking shit. And I'm so sorry that we don't carry your size. Like, I think that is so awful. Because it should be. It should be normalized. Yeah. And, like, all these brands, like, the only brand that carried them were our own brand. Like, Levi's and shit. No. And only in a specific style of jean, too. Not skinny jeans. Not skinny jeans. No. No.
I know.
Only
the amount, the amount of just when you said that, I just like had this sudden realization that I don't think I've ever gone into a store and tried on clothes without having a breakdown.
I fucking hate trying on clothes. You have to be in like the right mood, completely.
You have to be, which is sucks. It sucks.
It shouldn't matter.
It sucks.
I feel kind of, it's terrible because like I realize that I kind of contributed to it a little bit in ways to like sell clothes. It's not that it's ways to sell clothes, it's ways to make people feel better, is to make them feel smaller. And that's like so shit, right? It's like try this on. It's like, try this. And it's like, it's better to try too big than too small because then it feels better to go down a size than it does to go up a size. Yeah. Which is true for so many people. And it's shit that it does because it's just a number. Yeah. And like the amount of times I had to like say to people, because I knew how all the jeans fit and how they all fit differently. And I'd have to say to them and like be very, very careful. I'm like, look, I'm going to have to give you a size that is a size or two bigger than what you've just told me. But that's just because they're a really small fit. On me, I had to go up a couple of sizes. I'm really sorry. Like, it's just the way it is. I know that it's shit. But, like, Or I give them to them, I'm like, I'm so sorry if this is too tight. It's a small fit. And you have to like prepare them and make them feel better about not fitting a size, a pair of jeans. Which is so terrible because it shouldn't matter. It should not matter. And the fact that you have to be so careful. And these people would cry because a size didn't fit them is so sad. And I mean, I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
And it's just so awful. Oh, sorry. I just like went off there.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, man. The amount of parents like fashion.
Yeah, we won't get into that one.
Ooh. No, but it pisses me off so much. But yeah, it's really sad. It's really hard. I think that like working retail is kind of difficult in itself, but working in a jeans shop can really hurt.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, fair enough.
Jeans shopping is the worst.
Yeah.
Everything fits differently. For you watching, black jeans fit tighter than blue jeans.
Really?
Please remember that. When you are buying jeans, black jeans fit tighter than blue jeans. Always go up half a size in black jeans.
Oh my god.
Because the dye, the way it washes, the dye is different. So... Has that explained a lot for you?
Yeah, I just feel like I just had like my entire world just fucking blown up.
So, because of the way they're dyed, I can talk so much about jeans. I know everything about jeans. But the way that they're dyed and washed out, black jeans always fit tighter. So, always go up half a size, sometimes a full size in black jeans.
I'm going to need like 3 business days to process that one.
Also, don't wash jeans. Put them in the freezer.
Yep.
There you go. That's another fact for you.
Put them in the what?
Put them in the freezer for 6 hours instead of washing them.
Okay.
Because washing them makes them thinner. It like fades them and it thins them. Where you could just put them in the freezer and then it's fine.
Oh my god. This is fascinating.
Jeans are expensive. You want to get the most out of them. We just do a whole podcast talking about jeans.
We should. This is really interesting.
Just talk about my experience working in a jeans shop.
Yeah.
I've got lots of stories. So let us know if you'd be interested in that. God. No. Yeah, it's just shit. It shouldn't matter what size you are. Ultimately is sort of the point of all of that is, again, right? Like finding out to go up a size in black jeans, you now feel better about having to go up a size in black jeans.
So much better.
Everyone has to go up. See, exactly. And it shouldn't.
I know.
It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. But then finding that out and you're like, oh, everyone goes up a size. Okay, right, that makes sense. It just automatically makes you feel so much better.
Yeah. And like it speaks a lot. But that it does make you feel so much better.
Yeah.
It says a lot.
And like ultimately, like it's so interesting the experience. Again, we can do a whole thing about this, but the experiences I had helping men versus helping women with sizes was so different. So different. Like I cannot even begin to tell you the absolute like it's very, very interesting.
Yeah. We'll definitely do a podcast.
You learn a lot
on
from
that.
it.
Only just for me.
Okay, great.
Because I'm very interested.
Yeah, it is very interesting.
Yeah.
And ultimately, don't worry about what size you are. Remember that all clothes fit differently. It's just a number.
Yeah.
Your weight, again, number on the scale, your weight fluctuates on average like 2 kilos up or down like every single day. That is just normal. Yeah. Also, don't be weighing yourself. Yeah. It's pointless. It doesn't, unless your doctor is giving you specific instructions to weigh yourself, there's no need to weigh yourself. Ever. Yeah. The way your body looks doesn't define you. You don't owe anyone beautiful. No food is good or bad. It is just food. And diets should go die in a hole.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yeah. Eat what you want when you want, honestly.
It's your body. It's your choice.
Yes, exactly. Oh, God. Anyway, thanks for coming along.
We got a bit heated in this
again,
one.
our Patreon. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We have a little bit of bonus content from this on our Patreon if you wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
We also have, linked to our Patreon, we have a private Instagram account as well.
Yeah.
So if you join our Patreon, you get.
And thank you to Amy, Emily, Lily, Eliza, Mimi, Jordan, Gina, Midge, Phoebe, and Roxy.
Thank you.
Legends.
So much.
Legends.
We love you so much. Genuinely. It genuinely means so much to us. Like, this has become a full-time job, both of us making content and researching and shit. Because obviously we do our podcast and then a bunch of other stuff as well. And so, like, your support really helps us in being able to continue this. So
thank you so much.
And also we're going to see each other soon. And we get to film in the same room. Yay! Kat's hopefully going to come visit soon. And that's going to be so cool. We haven't seen each other in like 6.5 months now. By the time you come, it'll be over 7 months.
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy. Mind you,
that's not
a
long time.
It's a short amount of time for us. It's a short amount of time for us, but it's longer than we anticipated when I moved to London.
That's true. But
so,
we'll be in the same room, and we can prove that we actually know each other.
Yeah, all our photos together are actually just like CGI.
Yeah. Okay.
So, if you want to help us do that and see all this extra content and shit, our Patreon link is in the description, along with links to petitions, donations, information and shit for a bunch of stuff going on in the world at the moment. Yeah. So, go check that out as well.
Definitely. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming along. We love you.
I hope you have a good day.
We appreciate you.
Week.
We will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.